Hello, this is Garens. In this video, I'm going to present you my teams for the Kanjuro treasure map. But if you didn't watch my presentation video, you should do it and come back once it will be done. For people who have already watched it, I'm going to show you my teams. Let's begin with the first boss, Drake. Against this one, I have two teams. The first one with Buggy as captain. I will use Zoro on stage 1, Luffy stage 2, and final stage Big Mom. Once the damages will be tight, you will have to bring either Kuzan Legend or Koala Legend instead of Nami. If you have Koala or Kuzan, this team should last around 40 levels, otherwise around 20 levels. After, I will use this team with Luffy super type as captain. On stage 1, I will use the super type, stage 2 Zoro special, and final stage Nami. It will be enough for quite long time. After, I will use Koala in addition on the final stage, and for the very high levels, Luffy special. You can also use Smoothie special on the final stage if you want, but you have to use Zoro on the first stage, then Luffy special on the second stage, after Smoothie on the final stage, Nami and Luffy super type, and finally Koala or any other color affinity booster such as the Frankie free to play or anyone else. And you can also, if you want, add the Sabo super type on Koala to get a chain boost. Then against Wuzu, I will use Bonkle as captain. I will use Caesar Arena to kill stage 1 and 2. Luffy will remove the special bind and will give an attack boost. I put the Ace Halloween support on him to remove 3 turns of bind and to remove the 2 last turn of bind. I will use the Nami Valentine support on Zoro, but otherwise you can just use the Orochi Spies special if you want. And Zoro will also give an orb boost, and Bonkle will change all orbs into matching orbs. If you don't have Bonkle, you can use Zoro as captain, or you can use Koala, or Zoro, not Zoro, Sanji 56. And maybe it might be possible to use Vivi super type as captain. Firstly, I wanted to use her as she reduces special bind by 10 turns as captain, but it depends on if the bind is applied after special bind, it will work, and if that's not the case, it won't work. So we have to wait and see. And if it works, there is also another option with the Doflamingo superclass, who also removes special bind as captain, but it's not the same thing. You have to check about the bind once the treasure map will be there. And if you don't use Bonkle, you will have to bring another character to change all your orbs into matching orb. A good option could be 6 plus Pudding, because Pudding will remove Bind and Despair and also change all your orb into matching orb. You can also use someone else just for the Bind and Despair, and use another character instead of Zoro to remove the bind us to change all your orb into matching orb eventually. You have several options, so you have to see what you can do. Then against Sasaki, I will use King as captain. On stage 1, I will use Zoro. Stage 2, Osama Mask, and after Zoro, thanks to that, King will automatically use his special on the last stage, and you will get twice a 20% cut health, and also you will get a nerf boost. On last stage, you will have to use Kaku to remove attack down and paralysis, and it will be enough. And for the higher levels, you could use Osama Mask and even Yogoro later, and also the super type. If you don't have King, you can use this team with Carrot Legend. You will use Zoro on stage 1 and 2. Stage 3 you will use Osama Mask, then Kaku after Magellan. Magellan is very important in this team because he will get rid of the resilience. Before it was King thanks to his captain ability, and he will also give a conditional boost, which is also very important because with Carrot you don't have any super type, so you need more damages, and for the high levels you will be able to use Carrot special and a second time Osama Mask. Then against Black Maria, I will use this team. For this one, Hancock is essential. If you don't have Hancock, don't worry, I have another option for you. But for people who can build this team, at the beginning on stage 1 and 2, you will use Zoro super type. On final stage, you will use Shinobu to remove the very bad beneficial effect and to give you an attack boost. Then you will use Zoro special to get a nerf boost and also reduce the special of Shinobu. And after you will use Hancock to remove the despair and also to lock the orb. That's why this character is very important, as at the beginning of the quest it will give you recovery orb for all your characters, and as he removes despair, he locks your orb, and thanks to that you will have the recovery orbs for the first turn of the last stage and also for the revive, and that's needed to use the O Jackson for the ship to make the recovery orb beneficial for the team. And for the high level, you can save both super type special and just use Shinobu special on the first turn, then just hit with Shinobu on stage 1 and 2, and final stage you can use Shinobu, Zoro special and super type, and Hancock, and you can eventually use Blackbird if you want. And then after the revive, you can use again Shinobu, Zoro special, super type, and if you want, Luffy. And you can add on Zoro the Brook Arena support to deal even more damages, and if you have, the best is the Perona Yukata. This is a limited Treasure Map character. That's the same thing as Brook, but this is 1.5 conditional boost instead of 1.3. And if you can't build this team, I have another option for you. This is with Queen as captain. For this team, you will have to kill the 2 enemies on the first stage with regular attack. Then second stage, switch Akainu Fujitora and use the special. Thanks to that, Queen will automatically use his special on the last stage. Then you will have to use Shinobu once again to remove the very bad beneficial effect. Then use Luffy to remove Despair and give you a chain lock. If you don't have Luffy, you can use anyone else to remove the Despair. The chain lock is not essential. That's good, but you can deal without it. And after, you have to use Blackbird and switch Akainu Fujitora. And finally, use one super type. And on the revive, you will just have to use the second super type and switch once again Akainu Fujitora, and you will be good. Then against the last boss, I will use this team at the beginning, but you have to be very cautious with this team. If you don't know how to use it very well, I suggest you to don't use it and use the second team that I will use later. This team, it will depend of the color of the boss. In my opinion, the boss will be int on stage 2, but if the boss is also strength, this team will last longer. So we will have to see. And for this team, there is the Ganfor support on Chopper to get a 1.3 orb boost on stage 2. You have to use Chopper special on stage 2. Then you have to use Aokiji special. After Izo and Kiku special and their super type. And finally use Pero special, just in case to lock your 1-0 orbs for the last stage. And on the last stage, you have to use Jinbe to remove the damage threshold, and then you have to use Doflamingo to kill the boss, but for that you need to deal enough damage on the second stage. That's why I told you that you have to know what you do with this team, otherwise it won't work. After, I will use another team until the end, and you can use this one since the beginning. This is this team with Roger and Newgate as captain. For this team, you have to start with Roger, otherwise you won't get the special ready. On the first stage, you have to use Chopper once again. After, you have to switch Roger Newgate. Then you have to use Izo and Kiku special and their super type. And finally use the Peros special, and on the last stage you will have to use Kuzan special. After you will use Tashigi, and finally switch Roger Newgate and use him, but you need the Ina support on Roger Newgate to remove one more turn of damage threshold. If you don't have this support, use another character instead of Tashigi to remove 5 turns of damage threshold, such as the Jinbe Coliseum or anyone else. Check your characters. And finally, for the last team, I will use this one. For this team, if you don't have Bonclay, or if you have Bonclay but you don't have Mr. One and Double Finger, you will have to use another character to remove the percent damage reduction shield. I advise you to use the Kamazo Arena. I know that Kamazo will reduce your health by 20%, but it doesn't matter if you have enough cotton candy like me. It will be fine with this ship. And if you don't have enough cotton candy, you should use the Hawkins ship. Thanks to this ship, you will have also a very good attack boost that's almost the same as the Liberal Hind. Liberal Hind is a little bit better, but the difference is small, to be honest. And with this ship, you will get more health, which will be perfect for you. And if you have Bonclay on stage 2, you will use him to reduce the percent damage reduction shield. If you don't have Bonclay, use, as I said, Kamazo. He will reduce also this shield and give you a nerf boost. Then you have to use Aokiji to get an attack boost. And you have to switch into Roger, and after you have to use Izo and Kiku special, their super type, then Pero to lock all your orbs, and on the final stage you will have to use Chopper and switch into Roger, use his special, and you have some very important support in this team. You have Garp to remove 3 turns of special bind, Sweet Commanders to remove 2 turns of special bind, and the last turn will be removed thanks to Roger Captain ability. That's why this is very important to arrive with Roger on the final stage, otherwise it won't work. And on Chopper I put the Luffy Kung Fu just to make perfect easier, but that's not needed. Just if you have it, that's still good to be safe for the high levels. But at the beginning I will remove this support. And don't worry about the increased defense on the stage 2, because this is a small increased defense, so it doesn't matter. You just have to remove the percent damage reduction shield. And with this team you will be good, I think, from what I checked, at least up to level 350 and probably even more, like 400, but honestly, nobody will go up to this kind of level. Even me, I don't know how many level I will do, but probably 300. I don't know. I will see. I will do at least 250, maybe 300, and I think eventually 350, but I won't do more than 250 in my opinion. I don't know yet, but I think 350 should be the max. I don't plan to do as much as I did on the previous Treasure map, but I still want to do a lot of runs because we will get the new special limit tablets. So that's why I will try to do a lot of runs. I wish you good luck for your treasure map. I wish you have liked the video. Don't hesitate to let me know if you like the video in the comments, and also feel free to ask me anything. And come to see me on Twitch during the treasure map. The link is in the description. And see you next time for another video.